Good evening and welcome to tonight's episode of the How To series. My name is Michael Audu, and in this episode we'll be talking about how to learn and understand. In the next few minutes, I'll be sharing with you super nuggets, practical insights that will help you learn and understand. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Okay, so tonight's episode is focusing on how to learn and understand, and I thought to share about it because I discovered that most people do not have the relevant skills and tactics that help them to learn and understand. And this is evident maybe from secondary school, university days. Most of us have had a hard time learning and understanding, and a very few people have actually taken time to go out and learn. How do I really learn? How do I really understand things? What do I need to do to learn and understand things? Okay, so quickly, I'll be sharing with you a few tips that really help when it comes to this topic, and then hopefully you'll be able to infuse them into your daily routine, your personal routine, and get great results. All right, so number one on my list is study gap study, which is number one way to learn. For most of us, I don't know, some of us, you see guys trying to do things like TDB or sharp preparation a few minutes to when they need to use the knowledge or the thing that they are learning, right? But usually that does not work out very well. One of the most effective ways to learn is to learn, give a gap for your brain to process it, absorb it, make sense of it, get it into your brain, and after that happens, then you learn more, add a layer onto the previous layer. So it's like layer upon layer, right? You're learning one layer upon another layer. All right, so how do you do that? You study, you give a gap, you study again, you read, you give a gap, you read again, you practice. You're trying to learn how to use a software, you're trying to learn how to use anything. Practice, give a gap, practice again. Instead of going 20 hours trying to learn something, it's better you give 1 hour every day for 20 days. It's more effective. Instead of trying to figure out everything about, let's say you have a content, a video, or something you want to learn about, instead of spending all the time, a large chunk of your time trying to learn that thing in one blow, in one shot, what you can do is learn a part of it, take your time, learn a part of it, give yourself time, learn again. Learn a part, give yourself time, learn again. It is very effective. It's a very effective tool for learning. So you can go and try it. I believe you've experienced it, but maybe some of us have not really just tried it. Give your time to learn something, whether it's a book, whatever you're trying to learn, make it in phases, give gaps. You find yourself very effective at learning it. It might be financial terms, I talk about finances here, productivity terms, or anything. Do it, give it gap, do it again. Do it, give it gap, do it again. It's one of the most effective ways to learn. All right, the next point is teach another person or teach in another way, right? Teach or explain it to another person, and also explain it in another way, not just to another person. If you learn a new concept and you really want to understand it for yourself and really gain mastery over that subject, you need to learn and try your best to teach someone else. Sharing the knowledge helps you bring context to your knowledge, helps you learn also in the process. Sharing is a learning process. Whenever you're sharing, you're also learning. You would have figured this out if you've tried to teach your friends or help someone through something. The moment you're trying to help them, you actually get better. You actually get, should I say, more understanding of the subject as you do. So that's another way to learn. The attempt to share, the attempt to teach helps you learn. It's a learning trick on its own, right? The next point number 3, I'm just going to keep this one short because I want to have it in parts so that we don't have one long bulky part. The third point is about connecting dots. All right, so if you have a complex stuff to learn, let's say you're new to stock market, let's say you want to learn about the stock market. And of course, the word stock market, let's say for you, it's a new word and you don't know anything about it. The moment you hear stock market and then people start talking about share prices, profit earning ratio, they start talking, all those jargons about shares, equities, and what. The best way to learn is to find one reference point where you understand something. Get a material that shares a lot about it. Look for words that you already know and try and see how it relates to words that you don't know. Those words that you don't know, pick one or two, learn in parts, like I've said before. So when you start learning in parts, you'll be connecting the dots. You do not have to figure out a very complex area of or body of knowledge in one day. It might be in your primary field of interest. Maybe a segment of your primary field of interest comes with a different set of jargons on their own, right? Let's say new software or a new branch of what you are doing. Once you're there and you want to make sense of it, connect the dots. Try and find references that look like what you already know, and from that, add layers of knowledge to it. I hope this is making sense to you. You get? So, like, okay, if you're using very popular, okay, now, like on your Android phone, this is one thing that works, right? If you collect someone else's phone, let's say somebody is an Apple user and you're an Android user, or vice versa, you notice that for you to use the phone, you most likely try to look for references that you already know. Most of us, that's how we learn. So you want to press that button down there, or you want to swipe because that's something you know. And of course, the phone manufacturers do that intentionally. They try to keep features that you already know on the phone so that anybody can quickly learn it. And then when you're using that as a reference, you can now explore other gestures or other things that happen. Same too with life. When you want to learn something complex, you find points where you already have understanding of, and from those points you connect dots to new places. So how does this connect to this? Okay, let's say take the stock market once again, for example. You already know, let's say we're going into share prices, or you want to understand share prices. Maybe you understand shares, like a share is a portion of a company. Then I now say share price. It doesn't really make sense. You might start thinking, okay, share and price. Maybe what would share price mean? Oh, the price of one unit of the share. You could Google that up. And once you get that, that's enough. You don't have to learn everything in one day. Now that you understand share price, tomorrow, when they start talking about, um, let's say, dividend per share, it starts making sense to you. Okay, dividend, that's return on investment, not really plus or minus. Let's just use return on investment on every share. Dividend per share. Dividend is profit being shared by all shareholders. I'm already teaching you finance, but I hope you're getting the point. The concept is to connect what you already understand to things that you don't understand. Once you start making those progress, you don't have to rush it. Study, gap, study. Study, gap, study. Try and explain it also to somebody else, your spouse, your friend, your brother. Just explain it in the most layman way. They might, if they can understand you, you will understand yourself even more, and then go back again, add another layer. So this is just part one. I'll be going into deeper concepts like the two basic forms that knowledge takes, right? The hierarchical form, the storyline or timeline form. So I'll talk about that next time we meet on the next episode, which is the part two of this. So stay put, stay tuned. A little bit of announcement. Okay, I always do this announcement every other time. If you want to join the Amber Investment Club, you can join the waiting list. Find the link below. Amber Investment Club is about finances. It's about it's a little community I'm putting together for my friends, money friends, not a little community because we're already growing quite a number of people already on the wait list, so it's not going to be that little. But we're going to talk about productivity, primarily finance. All right, now. So if you found this episode interesting, please like, share, ask your questions in the comment section, and let more people know about this video. And go through every other video in the playlist in the channel and gain some more knowledge. Let others know about it. Thank you so much and see you next time. Bye bye.